Peace, you powerful manifestors. Your favorite and finest transformational coach, Prophetess Asha. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. It's 9:22 as I start this message, but I was thinking like, should I go live or should I do a video? And so here I am in the video. So, but I want to talk a happy Gregorian New Year, right? Just remember, y'all, we still in the wintertime, okay? And the wintertime is about pruning. Things are dying, things are leaving. So let's not forget this. If things have been leaving your life, then for the next couple of months, things are going to still be leaving, and that's okay, right? We have to really learn patience, really mimic nature. So, anywho, so, but I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk about because last year was the year of like reflection and reveal to me. And God, spiritual world is changing. It is changing, you guys. And their energetic world, or whatever you want to call it. And I did a video not too long ago about within the next 2 years, you're going to really see the manifestation of God. That's what I just heard, right? So we haven't seen that. I don't give a fuck what people say. We haven't really seen it. But anywho, so I've been sitting back and reflecting on my life, on who I am. God has been revealing, and maybe some of you guys can resonate because it's many of us that's like this that I'm about to tell you about. So the one thing about me is I've always been the one who was like, I would take the risk. I would try things. Like, I wouldn't have any fear. I was always like the leader, at my mom's daycare, in my family, with my cousins. Like, I was always the cousin that everybody wanted to be around. How ironic. And y'all know it's true. Because I know y'all secretly watch, bitch. Hey. But anywho, so it is real interesting to me because even then, like that's how I was like in my family and at my mom's daycare because those were familiar places for me. But anytime I got like when I got went to this place called the Cobb Center and it was a whole bunch of black children, goddamn, they woke me up, right? So, but like I would always get talked about. It basically I was never seen for who I was ever. And so as I've carried that energy with me, where it seems like I've always been overlooked, and I was overlooking myself a lot, but I have learned how to catch that insecurity and transmute that energy. So, being overlooked, that's what it is. So, I who I am now though, I realized I'm an energy, like I really have a pure heart. And so because I have a pure heart, I'm going to always be taken care of, right? And as long as I listen to my intuition, right? So I was wondering why, like, I would be, like, my spirit, why it would be calling itself to certain situations and, intertwine myself with certain relationships. Like, why, when you look back, like, why did I do this? Like, because, I was really passionate about this thing and, it didn't work out or whatever. And but the thing is, it would never work out because that person would always do something to make me feel undermined or make me feel like I wasn't who the fuck I am, right? And I'm the type of energy that I look very innocent. Like people always think that I don't know shit. I look very naive. And at one time I was very naive to dark energies and the way that people are in this world. But I'm looked at as very simple, as very naive, when I'm literally a genius, right? And so I literally just be sitting back and watching them and observing. I do what God tell me to do. If it's time to speak, then I speak, right? So, but I was sitting here reflecting, and God told me it was supposed to be like that. We are the type of individuals. We are the type of souls that, and it's kind of like not bait, but you move, we move with so much love, so much integrity, so much compassion, so much just wanting to help the fellow man, is what God just said. You are the type of energy and soul that does, and spirit is telling me to remind you, you are always taken care of too. So, but but we are set in particular situations to see if people are going to be that authentic energy with you. And a lot of times that shit don't work, y'all, because people aren't righteous. People have they have demons, darknesses, traumas, insecurities, things within inside themselves that they refuse to see and they refuse to look at. And you come along being that genuine person, that person of love, that person of caring, and it's like a test for them. It's like, are you gonna give that back to me? Are you gonna move with integrity? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do that? You are literally the angel, really. When God says like you could be entertaining the angel, you are that, and or that energy, that purity. And you could be misunderstood or overlooked, and or people just don't like appreciate who you are. You know, that's because you were sent in there. You're the type of person who, you know, like, that's why shit seems to happen to people after they get out your presence. Because once God separates that, or once the energy separates, or once you, people be surprised too. Maybe you detach easily. That's what, because I do. You know, people be thinking that you need their ass and you don't. And because you look so innocent, or because you love like you do, people be thinking they have you. You hear the fucking bars. But I just want to say, y'all, the energetic world is changing, and you are an energy that tests people's souls, basically. You know, so if they don't do right, and it just ain't got nothing to do with you per se, like, this is the mission, this is it, part of it, right? So if they don't do right, that's why you continuously move with integrity. Keep moving with love. You don't match energy. We don't want that raggedy ass energy. That's probably why you've went through much too. Went through so much so you can, learn how to be compassionate, learn how to be patient, learn how to not take things personally, things like that. You've went through those type of lessons so you could really be that judge for God, okay? For the universe, for energy, for justice, for balance, whatever you want to call it. It's happening. So, but yeah, that was on my mind. Spiritual world is changing, evolving. So, yeah, you won't be overlooked for much longer. Y'all go forth with the power of source behind you. Continue to dare to be different, dare to dream your destiny. Say the fucking line.